How are you guys doing today? Today we're going to take a look at the core mining on Elite Dangerous. They updated it just a little bit ago, so it's a little bit funner now. For ship, I'm going to use the Krait MK2. I like this medium ship. It has a lot of optional internals. And yeah, it's just a great ship for mining. Agile, a little bit smaller. I wouldn't recommend very large ships for this, but it's all up to preference, whatever you like. For any starter players, I would probably go with a Cobra or something like that, just for getting started. Get a bit of credits going there. We're gonna look at outfitting first, all the necessities at least. So first we'll look at our hard points. You need an abrasion blaster. You only need one. I like having the 3 because it's almost like a shotgun with mine, and you'll see that later in the video. Next, you'll need these seismic charge launchers. These are what you're going to use to crack open the craters. So, I like to run with 2 of these. For when I run out of ammo with one, I can just equip the other one. Your utility mounts. This is the most important part of this mining. The Pulse Wave Analyzer. Alright, so get the highest grade one that your ship can afford on power and that you can afford with credits, because this is your distance that it's going to scan. So the longer the distance, the easier it's going to be to find stuff. Your time's just going to be a little more efficient. Alright, nothing else really matters on the utility. On your internal, let's see, power plant, you need a good one to power that wave. Thrusters, I would recommend some decent thrusters. The faster you can travel through there, the faster you're gonna find your stuff. And really nothing else matters through there. Your optional internals will start at the bottom. You need a advanced surface scanner. This is how you're gonna find the hot spots. We'll show you that in the video also. You're going to need a good refinery with at least 4 bins, I would say, because that's about all there is for high minerals. After that, prospector, you only really need 1 prospector, so any grade works. Then you are going to need collector limpets. Let's see. Well, those are further up. Let's see. We got a shield generator because I like to slam into rocks, like all the time. Then for pirates, I like to bring a fighter with me. They can fend off most of the smaller pirates. Any of the bigger ones, I just run. There's our limpets. We get at least 3 limpets off of that. 2 will work fine, but I mean, 3 just speeds up the process a little bit. And after that, I believe all the rest just goes to storage. So as much storage as you can put on the ship afterwards, depending on how long of runs you want to do at least. I mean, maybe more storage if you don't slam into rocks, but you know, that's what I like to do. Next, do not forget to buy the limpets. Nothing's worse than getting out there and realizing you don't have any limpets. You forgot them. Done it many times, and it really sucks. So I like to fill up about 2/3 of my cargo. Any extras you have, you can just throw out, so it doesn't really matter. Like, just fill up your entire inventory if you really want to. They're pretty cheap compared to what you're going to be getting. Next, we'll show you how to find a place to mine. So what we're looking for is a planet with pristine reserves, which you'll see up here on the left, and then we're looking for icy rings for this. The old mining, you were always looking for metallic, but on this you want icy. So this planet I haven't went to yet, which is perfect for the video, so I can show you how to use the surface scanner on it. So that's where we're gonna head, and I will skip the transit for you. Make the video a little shorter. So we're pulling up on our planet here with the ring, the icy ring, pristine reserves that we want to mine at. So you're gonna be in Super Cruise, switch your HUD over to the analysis, and you're gonna slow down right there. Just stop yourself in Super Cruise and pull out your surface scanner. And just hit the ring anywhere. If you've done any type of discovery stuff, you know how to use the scanner. So it's going to scan the ring and it's going to show us any hotspots. So we got one hotspot right there. A lot of the time you'll have tons of hotspots. We'll scan that little inner ring just for the fun of it.
Surface scan complete.
So now we've got our place where we're going to go to mine. You'll just have a lot higher chance of finding the cores there. Alright, so it's granditerite. So granditerite is a good one. Alexandrite, I want to say, void opals, and low temperature diamonds. Those are the 4 that you're looking for. Never go for bromellite. That stuff just doesn't sell for anything. So we're going to drop into here. Make sure you don't go too fast. You can still hurt your ship dropping into these. Alright, once you get into here, we are going to pull out our pulse wave, and we're just going to start scanning rocks and boosting through here. So let me scan these and see if we can find a little one just as an example. Alright, see the range on that, we got the A, so that's the furthest range you're going to get out of that. Any lesser and it's just not going to go as far, so you can see how it would help you be more efficient. So we've got a rock right here. Doesn't look like it has a core. You'll know when it has a core, but just for the sake of the video, we're going to shoot a prospector at it just to show you what we're going to be doing when we do find it. You're going to slow down so you don't run over your prospector. And you see how that prospector has no light? That's because I ran it over. So we're going to try again. But we brought a lot of extra limpets, so that is why. Alright, so you can see on the bottom left what we got there, and it doesn't have any core. It'll show you the percentage. We're going to skip through searching. As you can see, it takes a minute. Scan a couple that fool me, they'll still fool you, but you'll know when you have them. Find this first one. I believe it took me about 5 minutes. And see how bright that one is from so far away. That is how you know that you've got a core. Then you get up there and it's like your opening present. You put that prospector on, like, here we go, like what we got. And if you get bromellite, it's like you got socks for Christmas, because you just don't even want to open it, just keep going. You're not very thankful to RNG when that happens. So let's see what we got in this one.
Programming limpet drone.
We've got granditerite. So just because we're in a granditerite hotspot doesn't mean that's what it's always going to be, but more likely than not, which granditerite's good. So we're going to pull out our seismic charge launchers, and you see these fissures around here. They're going to have different levels on them. They'll be low, average, and high. So you want to set these charges on these fissures, and if you just click the charge, it's going to come out as a low charge. So on a low charge, you just click the button. For an average, you want to hold the button for a second, and you'll see on the bottom right side of our cursor there, If you hold it for a sec, it'll go to average charge. And then if you hold it for a good, 2 seconds or so, it will go up to a high charge. And you want to try to match the charges as much as you can. So we're going to go up here and start with this one. This is where an agile ship comes along too. It's really nice to be able to just maneuver around this thing a little better.
Detonation sequence.
Alright, see, so we match the charge. On the right side, the top right there, that's your level on your charges. So you want those lines that are going up and down, you want that in the blue. That's going to give you the highest yield if you have it in the blue. If you go overboard, like you go over the blue, you can always click on one of your charges in your contacts and you can disarm it. One more low ought to do it. And this just takes a little bit of practice because you are on a timer on the top right. I believe it's 2 minutes that you have to set these charges. If you don't set them all, it's not going to open up like you want it to. Although even if it doesn't, go back and shoot the other fissures. I've had a bunch where I failed to open them and I still went back and shot the other ones and opened them in the end. So now that it's in the optimal range, you see on the top right, it's in the blue. We're going to back up about 1 kilometer. We're going to go into our contacts. Just target one of the fissures, and you can detonate now. You can also see the disarm on there.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
It's going to take 10 seconds to go off. There we go. See on the top right, we got some fragments. What was it? 13. So at this point, you're going to pull out your abrasion blasters and you're going to let out some collector limpets and open your cargo scoop. They're going to go get those fragments that went flying. And while they're busy doing that, we're going to come in here and you see all those little nodes on the inside of it that are now visible. We're going to fly around and shoot all of those. And they'll shoot off more fragments of the Grandid Ray. So you can kind of see why I like having 3 abrasion blasters too. It's just like a shotgun, like I was saying, makes it a little easier. I've heard some rumors too that if you have more than 1 abrasion blaster that you get more fragments. I'm not really sure. I didn't play enough with 1 abrasion blaster to know the difference. If anybody has a guide on how to turn off those warning lights, I would love to know, because they get kind of annoying when you're flying in between these asteroids and stuff. Alright, did we get them all? You can check on your contacts if you got them all. They'll show up with the surface symbol if you have more. Alright, so we're going to check our hopper, our inventory. Roughly, I end up getting normally between 14 and 18 in the end from each. Which they're worth a pretty penny. I believe I will be selling these for about 500,000 credits each. And you'll notice around us there's a bunch of fog. And also, if you look at your temperature gauge, the temperature drops like crazy after you break these open. Which is fine, not really going to hurt you. Unless you try boosting through the fog and you know, crash into a rock, but that's why we brought shields. Alright, so we're back here at the station. I thought you would love to watch me land. My buddies, they all make fun of me for using a docking computer, so I decided to stop using one, and this is the results, so I can already see them probably laughing at me in the comment section. After I mined that first one, I went and mined one other, and it took me probably 3 minutes after the first one. I got kind of lucky to find it. Here's my wonderful parking job.
Engage landing gear.
Basically, if you can land your ship,
Landing gear
you can
deployed.
probably mine. You can probably do it. Probably better than me. I think landing's about the hardest thing in this game, though. Yeah. No, we're gonna belly flop. Yeah, almost got. No. Let's. Okay, go forward. Let's creep it. Creep. We got this. Alright. There we go. Like we.
Contact. Deploying ground crew.
Alright, so let's go to our commodity and see how much money we got. So, what are we making? We should make about 12 million. I got about 24, so that's mining for you. Sometimes you'll get a lot more, sometimes less. It's all RNG based, but you know, that's how most of the stuff is in this game. So, and it's cool. I love it. Love this mining. Way better alternative to trading or passenger missions. But that's all I have for you today. I hope this guide was helpful,
Incoming message.
and have a good one. I would appreciate a like and subscribe if you could. Thank you very much.